Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world, wherever you are in the universe. This is Commander Swifty, the ineffectual gamer, and this is L.A Noire, a playthrough. Feel a cool, yeah. Welcome back. Second time today. Alright, Gavin, how's it going? Got in fast. You might have seen the ineffectual retro intro there instead of the usual intro. Yeah. Do you know what's really good, right? If you like your vodka, freshly squeezed orange juice, vodka and ice. You can have as much orange juice in it as you want, or as little as you want. Freshly squeezed, not concentrated stuff. I was watching a Joe Rogan podcast actually with Dan Aykroyd from Ghostbusters, and he sells Crystal Head vodka, and he sells something called Crystal Head vodka, sorry, and he was kind of plugging it and stuff on the show, as you would, but he was also making screwdrivers as he was going, and I started drinking them just when the lockdown started, actually, for a long time, but got a bit expensive because I was buying too much vodka and oranges. So a bit different from whiskey, where you only have to add a couple of bits of ice. So right, okay, so we're back here. We're going to get into it in a moment. I'm just going to message Alex Card to say I'm up and running, because he likes to know. So it was very good of him to give me a donation earlier. It's very nice of him. Vimto, wow, never really thought of it. I had a can of Vimto the other day. Some Indian people are quite partial to it, and we have quite a few Indian shops here, so... Okay, so let's get into the game then. So we'll just bring that down a little bit, and then we'll hop over to the game, which the music will be playing again. So, resume, and we've now entered the homicide department. So we are going to be kicking off the first case in the homicide department. So let me just get that so I can see it better. Everybody's messages. So the red lipstick murder, it's called. Oh, just before we run it, I didn't post this in Discord. Okay, it's in Discord now. Okay, cool. Let's get back into it. The red lipstick murder, this one. I quite like the intros because they don't give too much away. A bit like CSI, actually. I was thinking of CSI earlier. That looks suspiciously like Bukowski, but a lot of blood there. It's not Bukowski.
All right, gentlemen, take your seats. Let's get this over before lunch. Floyd Rose of the homicide squad has decided to take early retirement. We will all miss Floyd and the steely edge he brought to his police work. The department has arranged a wee drink at the Galway Arms to quench the mighty thirst a man gets from 25 years of police work. Floyd's departure leaves a place at the top table, and the chief has seen fit to promote Cole Phelps from burglary to the homicide desk. Stand up, Phelps.
Stand up, laddie.
You're in the major leagues now, Sonny. Rusty Galloway, a fine lawman of the old school, will be...
Ah, he's from, he is from...
Your first case is the murder of a woman, found last night and bearing all the signs...
Hang on, because I'm not listening properly. That actor is from... brain's terrible today. Normally I'm like immediate on stuff like this. Southland, the TV show, not the terrible movie, the police TV show.
Signs of the werewolf.
The guy sitting down.
Get out to the scene, lads.
Right, so we are in a new suit, as you can see as well. Nice new suit, because we're in homicide now.
Do you have the address?
It's been all over KGPL. It's off Temple Street, between Belmont and Glendale.
Are you drunk, mister? Or are you just cracked?
So off we go. Welcome in, Alisgar. Good to see you.
Isn't that the cop who solved the big case and got promoted?
Certainly is. Right, so it's our automatic destination,
You can
so
drive.
he can drive.
What happened to Rose?
Parker wants the chief's job. Word is it's either going to be him or Thad Green. So they're both clearing the decks.
So where does that leave you, Galloway?
Leaves me saddled with a chump
Actually,
like
the
you,
whiskey's
though.
for the throat. I'm only
I
having a
didn't
little
ask
bit because
for
I
you,
work
don't
tomorrow
want you, so
morning.
keep it to yourself. See if you can learn something about seeing how a real cop operates.
Oh,
What did he mean by the werewolf?
Medallion. The Daily News came out calling him the werewolf killer.
Leaving the
Damage
scene of an
came up
accident.
with The Black Dahlia.
Were any closer to catching him?
Black
Not
Dahlia.
a chance. 6 months and hundreds of guys running down leads and we got nothing.
You don't think this has anything to do with it?
No, I don't. 90% of murders are domestic, Phelps. Some guy gets into a beef with his wife, he takes it too far. This will be the same. But
I'd love it if this was Black Dahlia related.
It's a one-off.
Why so many women this year?
Because of the war. You should know that. Guy gets to kill people every day in combat. Comes home, he's expected to take lip from his wife. What do you think's gonna happen?
It's that simple.
Like I said, most of the time it is.
Okay. Getting ready for this one. I prefer homicide. It's a bit easier, I think.
How about a scoop for the Examiner, Galloway? You could use some
Probably
good
longer.
press.
Another tramp, another message. Is the werewolf back in business, boys?
Do you have a mother, asshole? A sister? How about showing some respect for this poor woman? Let us do our job, and Detective Galloway will give you a statement later.
He's good, Rusty. He even sounds genuine.
That's Phelps, guys. The war hero. Defending the honor of murdered humps.
Get used to it, Phelps. Moving along, guys. You got your pictures, you got your headlines. Now scram.
Lots of footprints, that's never a good thing. Far too many footprints. BD. Black Dahlia.
Patrolman, this your beat?
Yes, sir. Well, part of it. Kids park here, they use it like a lover's lane. It's a working neighborhood. Some trouble, but nothing like this. It's known locally as the Moors.
You were first on the scene?
Yes, Detective.
Yeah, that's what
No
I was
one's
thinking.
disturbed the body.
No, sir. We cleared out them vulture reporters so Pinker and the coroner could work. They're waiting to talk to you.
Go house to house and see what you come up with.
House to house. There's no bloody houses here. Idiot. Well, there is over there, but I don't think they've seen a lot. Right, so we've got a nice long blood trail. Got some evidence markers, but we haven't got a lot. So let's have a look at this.
What can you tell me about the shoe prints?
Men's size 8s.
Size
Pinker
8s.
enlisted impressions for me to compare back at the lab.
Right, so we've got them. There's not a lot of evidence markers around that I can see. Okay, there's an evidence marker up here. Evidence marker A, guessing. It's sometimes a bit difficult for it to...
Looks like some kind of puzzle or parlor game.
Let's have a look. Aha! You have to know your... have to be aware of your knowledge here. Your geographical knowledge. Luckily I am. I am fully schooled in geography. In geography. That's why I stopped there. Yay! There we go. The Bamba Club.
Why steal a table lighter?
Property of the Bamba Club, so it was taken. Damn hairy bush. Are we talking about the woman? Are you talking about all the bushes around me? Because there is a lot. Absolutely right. Alright, okay, what have we got here? We have a hairbrush. Is this what you're talking about? It's not really of any significance.
The victim's bag?
Sorry, I'm trying to...
Looks brand new. Can't be the one used on the body.
Maybe you should have checked the... Maybe you should have checked the body first, actually. Kind of didn't fit in, did it, the way he was speaking there? So there's a big trail of blood, which I'm walking all over. Crime scene contamination.
Cause of death?
Could be the head injuries. She has been badly stomped.
What caused the blunt force injury to the face?
Oof, big caved
Could
in
be
her head.
anything from a baseball bat to a lug wrench. I'll have more details after the autopsy.
Down below. I'll get to the hairy bush. You people have no, not pleasure delays then. Okay, nothing on that arm, by the looks of it. She's got a footmark on her body, but it doesn't seem to be...
What about this wound on the finger?
Something removed. A ring, most likely.
Yeah, there's a ring missing.
I assume it was
there.
taken post-mortem.
And her fingernails are clipped inwards. I'm guessing that's from her, maybe from her fighting.
Interesting.
I just don't think the Black Dahlia murder would have done something like that. She's got a footprint on her chest, but it's not giving me the option of looking at the chest. Right, hairy...
What's the writing on the victim?
Hang on.
BD, Black Dahlia, Tex. Your guess is as good as mine. Could be something to it, or it could be the killer's trying to throw you off the scent. Either way, I'll run tests on the lipstick.
Any idea of the time of death?
From the temperature, I'd say after midnight. I'll confirm with you later.
When we get to the Bamba, a man could die of thirst in a case like that.
Expert straddle jump. Okay, so there's the hairy bush for you. It's not that bad. I've seen worse in the 80s. There you go. As long as you're happy. Don't think there's a first-person view. No, there's no first-person view, I'm afraid. In VR, it would have been much more interesting, but hey-ho, can't afford VR. And the music stopped, so that means I must have done all the investigating that I can do. Rusty's getting back in the car, so I think I think the next probable location is the Bamba Club. Yep. Because I don't think there was anything else really to go on.
Can you drive to this one?
The werewolf?
I think Rusty's going to be driving a lot.
We can't rule it out. We need to work the evidence.
You'd love that, wouldn't you? Big head to hang on your wall. Caller of the decade. You've been working evidence on BD case for 6 months and got nits.
There's a difference, Rusty.
Oh, yeah?
I just started working it today.
Okay, Hotshot. What's more likely? The werewolf comes back around, leaving us unknown in a corpse?
He clearly has a thing for power. Power over women. Why not power over the police department as well?
Let me finish, fellas. A guy opens his mouth again after 6 months of stewing. For some opportunist who's been reading about the BD figures, he'll rip off the MO and get himself a freebie.
That's not totally fantastical.
You know, the Examiner and the Daily News might be good at coming up with monikers, but they're terrible for police work. If there's a reason we didn't get the son of a bitch after the short murder, it was them, locusts.
Where do you think the werewolf killer is now?
Dead by his own hand, stationed somewhere else with the armed forces. San Quentin, another town. Another country, who knows? So, Phillips, I understand you want to turn this into a big case, but it doesn't work like that, all right? A case will come and find you. Can't make it something else, understand?
So you don't think the werewolf has continued to operate in the Los Angeles area?
So a lot more dialogue going on now, and I think you have to listen to it, because that's why I stopped talking there, because they're talking about Black Dahlia, but he's also on about the werewolf murder, and I don't know if that's actually a real person or that was just added for the game. But Black Dahlia, Elizabeth Short, I think her name was, is a very, very famous murder case, unsolved murder case from Los Angeles, believed to have been committed by a doctor, because she was surgically cut in half and left on the side of the road. Yeah, which there is actually a movie about with Josh Hartnett and oh Crips, what's his name? The guy who plays Harvey Dent in Batman. I've forgotten his name now. Maybe it is Adam something. Can't remember. It's not the greatest movie in the world, but it's pretty good. It's all about the Black Dahlia murder.
No chance. You would have found me.
Didn't realise that the dialogue was going to come to an end there. Could have paused it later. Never mind. Okay, Bamba Club. Right, it doesn't look like that much of a club. It looks like a bar. Maybe. On a weekday. It's air conditioned. Which is good, you need that in Los Angeles. Not much of a dance floor or anything.
Gentlemen, what can I get you?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Were you working here last night?
Yes. How can I help, officer?
You can start with your name.
Garrett Mason.
Garrett
You're the
Mason.
regular bartender on nights?
I'm a temporary barman. I work for an agency. I fill in at bars across town.
Do you remember a woman who came in here last night? 5'7", about 110 pounds, blonde hair, about 40 years of age.
You mean Celine Henry?
Yes. Do you know anything about her?
I don't. But the owner, Mr. McCall,
I was laughing because he wrote the name down and then he went, yes.
serves you most nights. Would you like to speak to him?
I would.
He sits at the back of the club. Wears a hibiscus. You can't miss him. Is there anything else?
Fire away, Phelps. I'll stay
Okay, so
here.
we're gonna
and
go
do
to this
part.
guy. What did he say his name was?
Pour me
Dirk
3
McCall.
fingers of rye.
Ooh, 3 things. Can I not stay? If you're having 3 fingers of rye, can I not have 4? Please. Drinking on the job. Hey, share and share alike. Ooh, give me some of that. Whoa. I don't like the look of your ice cubes, though. Looks like they've put pebbles in your
Going
glass.
to pay for that?
No, he's a policeman. Doesn't pay for anything.
House officer.
That's the spirit. Pour me another.
Oh, imagine doing that type of police work where you could just get plotted at the same time. Oh, I don't like the look of this guy already. He's wearing a cravat.
You want a tip?
Detective Phelps, LAPD. We're investigating the murder of Celine Henry. Do you know her?
Celine? Christ. Sure I know her. She and I and Jacob, her husband, we go way back.
She was here last night?
Sure, she's a regular. Celine was a lovely woman.
Right, so he was seen with her last night, wasn't he?
Was Mrs. Henry here with anyone last night?
Not at first. Celine already had quite a head start.
But she attracted attention?
Certainly. A few gentlemen became very enamored with her and her stories. One guy in particular.
That cravat's really pissing me off. His eyes look slightly shifty, but I'm going to be honest, he hasn't said anything that isn't true.
You know him?
No. He's been in a couple of times.
Did they leave together?
Yes. At around 11. If it helps, I made the guy's license plate.
Oh.
Where's that goddamn...
He made his license plate. Why would he do that?
I think this could be a great help, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, how's your tuna fish salad?
Right. On with the questioning, Big Shot.
Mrs. Henry appeared to be missing a ring, torn from her finger, but not her wedding finger.
Celine always wore a red garnet ring.
A red garnet ring, so that's what's missing. Did you see The Last of Us spoilers? I accidentally saw one, Gavin. Well, I didn't see it. YouTube was running on autoplay, and I was reading a book, and while I was reading the book, it went into, I could hear it was about The Last of Us 2, but I didn't realise it was spoilers, and I heard one of them. So, I'm not too happy that I heard it. You know, there's a lot of people trying to make, you know, faux outrage to make money and get clicks. There's a lot of it going on. Yeah, I know. With the guy. With the guy who went into the air with that cravat. Yeah, there's a lot of people using this whole leak thing as a clickbait, basically. A lot of people. It's nearly as bad as when FDev have put something back. Okay, so Selena always wore a red garnet ring on the large side, larger than life, like Selena herself. Okay, so we know that was what was stolen, the red garnet ring.
On the large side. Larger than life, like Celine herself.
Did she have it a long time?
Sure. Since way back in her flying days.
Did her husband buy it for her?
No, it was before Jacob.
It was him.
I think you know where the ring came from, and I think you're going to tell me.
Okay.
He bought it.
I bought it years ago.
Told you.
I carried a torch for Celine in those days. Guess I always have.
But now I like
Her
Dick.
old man never knew about it.
Well, I think the thing is, Gavin, there's a lot of people go crazy over the smallest things. So now in gaming, I'll just pause it again there. In gaming, we've got this really stupid thing where people just outrage by everything. You know, people talk about outrage culture. I always used to think it was just people like kind of politically on the far left, but now I think it's nearly everybody. People are out. You know, even when FDead said they were putting it back because of their stuff back because of the coronavirus, and there was outrage over that, and it's like, listen, they're looking for excuses to put it back, so they got longer to work on it. I mean, this is how these companies work. They're not going to give us anything for free. They don't owe us anything, essentially. So they do, in a way, but they won't. And I just think that people are far too outraged by apparently the leaks are really like there's some identity politics and stuff going on, and there's some other things, and maybe some characters aren't what they were exactly in the Division 1, in The Last of Us 1. But to be honest, we don't know what the whole story progression is, so you don't. Yes, somebody might change, you know. Ellie might become this really, really, really hardened person. She was more jovial in the first one, but she might be much more serious in this one. In fact, the trailers make it look like she is. I think that the actress who plays her, apparently she's pretty good on her feet, so there's probably some levity in there, but I think she's definitely changed over time and seen things, you know, so yeah, gaming is really toxic like that. It's it really, I mean, I used to kind of join in a little bit because it's like throwing your toys out the pram. I want this now, but now I've realised that, you know, there's a whole world of games. If somebody isn't going to deliver something now, you can always switch that game off for a while and come back to it later and play games like this, you know. And this game had its own problems. It used to blow up PlayStations, I think, when it first came out because of the graphical processing needed. Okay, about years ago, carried a torch for Celine. Okay, yeah. So, knowledge of husband. So, he knew, didn't he?
You know the husband?
Sure I know Jacob. He was in the Corps. He met Celine on a furlough and married her when the war was finished. He put up with a load of shit.
Do you think he killed his wife?
No. No, not in my opinion.
Oh, big gulp there, and shifty eyes. I'm doubting this one. Oh, and he's taking like a gag there. I think, well, we all know why. I think, yeah, he's taking gulps.
So if it wasn't Jacob, then you probably let her out of here with the guy who killed her. How do you feel about that?
Stow the attitude, will ya? I tried to get onto Jacob. I rang him up, asked him to come pick her up like usual. But he refused. And she picked some night to push him over the edge. I rang him back around 11:30, but got no answer.
Okay.
Thanks, Mr. McCall. You've been a big help. One more thing. Would you have an address for Celine?
142 North Union Avenue. God knows I had to send her home in enough cabs to remember that.
You want a tip? Refill my coffee next time, honey. My eggs were running.
Stop complaining or I'll beat you with me truncheon.
You ought to meet Joe's buddy.
Sorry,
Nice.
you're not English. I'll beat you with my nightstick. Right, off we go.
He drove me up to Mohawk.
I'm surprised he's not on the floor by now. He's left the bottle with him.
Let's get out of here.
He's left the bottle
Hey,
with
what's
him.
the hurry? My stool was just starting to warm up nicely.
Excuse me, love, can I use your phone? I won't ask, I'll just use it. Thanks very much.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
No, he said a message. He didn't say he wanted
Phelps,
to.
batch 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need a registered owner on a license plate, 2boy8899.
Yes, Detective. I'll need to contact the DMV. Shall I relay the details via KGPL?
Please. Thanks, ma'am.
Oh, I love the cigarette machine. Not a smoker, but it makes me want to. It's a great cigarette machine, that. Some of the stuff back then was just... It was really, really... it's real Americana and really classy, even in a stained walled place like this. But really, some of the things back then, they're just so stylish. Kind of had that whole futuristic thing. Right, so we're going to go to the Henry residence because it's the only one on the list. I think a lot of the cases will go like that, where it's just the next place up, you know.
You go over the case notes.
You find the booze helps you get through a working day?
Oh,
Sharpens my investigatory instincts.
Sharpens mine as well.
Might use that to throw out anything you collect today.
A smart man might know it's unwise to stand between the patient and his medicine.
As long as you're not falling over, Rusty, I'll let it slide.
That's mighty kind of you. You know, you picked the wrong job if a healthy thirst offends you, Cole.
We owe it to this city to do the best we can in this position. As homicide detectives, that responsibility is all the more serious.
Always the politician.
It's not political, it's practical. Maybe the men combing Hollywood Boulevard after the Elizabeth Short murder were more interested in sniffing out booze than the clues that would have led to her killer.
Yeah, well, if only you'd been there, choir boy. Betty Short would be alive, the Japs would have spared Pearl Harbor, our ancestors wouldn't have tasted the forbidden fruit.
Minor syntactical error, Detective Galloway. I never claimed to be able to prevent crimes. I only suggested a proficiency in solving them. Guess that's the drink slowing you down.
Oh my God, brother, oh brother. Worse than I could ever have imagined.
Not a good relationship then. Okay, let's have a look inside the Henry residence, boys. Looks a bit of a shithole.
I'll try the back door. Wait here a second. Side window's been jimmied. Looks like somebody's creeped the joint.
Now these people live like I would like to live. Just alcohol bottles everywhere. All the shelves. On the table. Was that one of the papers? Oh yeah, well, I'll sit back while we watch this one. Family burnt to death. Oh, nice.
You said I had to go back, Doctor.
The fires are cathartic. They allow you to confront your past.
You said the house would be empty.
Are you taking the medication I have prescribed?
You said the house would be empty. I heard them screaming.
The circumstances were unfortunate. My colleagues had made all the necessary
You
arrangements.
said the house would be empty. You're killing me.
The deaths were unfortunate, but you have dealt with death before. I want you to come to the clinic and we can deal
You said the house would be empty. How can I find peace?
Now, a little bit of information there. The guy who's playing the Doctor here is the same actor who plays Micah Bell in Red Dead Redemption. A bit of knowledge for you there. Okay, so let's have a look. So, where do we start? The place is a bit of a tip. Let's have a look around here. We have a key, but I mean...
Probably nothing.
Yeah, I don't think it's connected to anything. A lot of beer bottles. Candle, stick holders. Oh, we got a shoe.
Size 9.
Size 9 shoe.
Above average for a lady.
Let's try the kitchen. Ah, that's nothing. Okay, so we know the window's been
Burglar
broken.
used a pry bar. Why did you kick the door in?
You think I'm gonna climb through a broken window in a $30 suit? You got another thing coming, Buster.
Mm. Oh really? Alex was saying the same thing earlier. He was saying his wife likes it. She might like the old CSI games if you've got a PC. The old CSI games are very similar.
Obviously having problems. Speaks
I think they made 3 of them.
Crime scene evidence still weighs against it being the husband.
I don't know how they'll stand up on regular computers, but they did work back in the day. If you sober up, you can find me at apartment 2, 1050 Huntley Drive. Okay.
One of my exes drank like this, you'd be feeling the back of my hand.
Call in burglary and get technical services out here. I'll talk to the neighbors.
There's a lot of crap here.
Don't take all day about it, Phelps. I'll get nasty when I'm thirsty.
But I can't canvass the neighbours yet because we've got to. The music's still playing.
Optimistic, Cole.
Galloway, homicide, badge number 564. Requesting technical services for a suspected 459.
He said it was average.
142 North Union.
So what? Buckets. Okay, we've got a bedroom. Okay, a ring box. Okay, and that'll be
This
the
stuff is junk. Might explain the missing.
garnet ring, the red garnet ring that was.
A regular Amelia Earhart per day. The ring looks distinctive.
There you go. Yeah, I can see the ring now. Okay. Oh, there we've got the little sound to say that we're we're done with the investigation, so we can. Said to interview the neighbour, but I don't know if we want to go out the back door to interview her or the front door. It didn't really say, did it? I'm not dreaming. He did say interview the neighbour, didn't he? Maybe if we hop over this wall. Ah ha ha! Hello, love. Don't run away.
I knew it wasn't safe around here anymore.
LAPD. Are you acquainted with Celine Henry, Miss?
Horgan! Jennifer Horgan. I've known Celine for more than 10 years. Our children grew up together. What's going on, officer?
Did you see Mrs. Henry go out last night?
Well, I'm no busybody, you understand, but Celine had been drinking. And she and poor, long-suffering Jacob had a terrible row. I think Jacob may have given her a black eye. He stormed out and she went back inside.
Did he come back?
No. Celine was listening to music and shouting until she left around 10 p.m. She was very drunk to have been driving. But she is not the sort of person you can stop from doing something when her dander is up.
Her dander?
What is this about, officer? Is Celine all right?
I'm afraid Mrs. Henry has been murdered, ma'am.
Murdered? Oh my God.
I didn't forget. I'm going to come back when I'm off stream.
Go and then sit down.
Right, so she had marital problems. And so we need to go to Jacob Henry's apartment. Now, if you actually, I haven't done this because I've just been literally going from place to place to place. But if you, oh wow, the crime scene wasn't far from her house. That's interesting. She really needed to have driven there. If you look at this map, it's absolutely huge. I believe this game was intended to be much bigger than it was with DLC. I really do. The size of the map is massive. When you compare it to Grand Theft Auto 4, which would have been around the same time. Well, Grand Theft Auto 4 was a little bit before it, but it was in between Grand Theft Auto 4 and long before 5. It's a huge map, but they haven't done a lot with it. There's things you can collect. You can see all these things, hidden vehicles. There's what's that one? That's the different police stations, because you move around the police stations. There's sights to be seen and stuff like that. But the map is so big that I think there was a lot more intended for it. She can't put a face. No, the neighbour. She's supposed to be old, isn't she? Yeah, it is. I mean, it seems like a true waste in what they've put into it. They've recreated downtown Los Angeles very, very well, and then the map just didn't get used. I mean, there's even an airport there. The map just didn't get used properly. I've never finished the game, but I don't think that. I think I only did the first 3 or 4 cases, so it's. I don't know. It feels like, and I like it. I like the look of it. It feels right. It looks right. You know, it looks dated now, but.
He's only a writer, so.
Let's see what Jacob has to say for himself.
I don't think Jacob is our man, but we should see what he has to say.
I mean, the fact that they remastered it and made some VR cases for it tells me they might be considering another version, or another one of them.
You're behind the wheel.
Yes, I'm. Well, I'm having a little
argument with his wife last night.
I topped it up a little bit, but I haven't got a lot in the bottle.
My
So.
money, the broad keeps the house looking like that, so you probably deserved it. The skipper says bring him in. Keep the hash
I'm
on
gonna
our
try
back.
not to keep drinking.
Fine by me.
So it ain't the werewolf killer after all. Good to see you've come to your senses, Cole.
Ooh, I always said.
Just got a message saying there's a new RPG. RPG system in the new Assassin's Creed. That'd be
I
interesting.
only stipulated a connection to the VD killer as an avenue of investigation we should leave open. And as far as I'm concerned, it still is.
I don't want to get too plonked because I'll mess up the investigations.
Okay, Phelps, we go in hard. You follow my
Oh, you were
lead.
supposed to save that, Alan's car. Oh, it's nice Glenn lit it though. Now these are definitely based on a real life location because it's been used in movies. Can't see anybody inside.
You Jacob Henry?
Yeah.
Oh.
Who's asking?
LAPD. You're under arrest for the murder of your wife, Celine Henry.
Murder? Celine?
Save the dramatics
Oh, my
for
God.
RKO, pal. You got bigger problems.
What the hell are you talking about? You come in here, you tell me that Celine is...
Take a seat, Mr. Henry.
she's-
We're gonna have a look around, then we'll talk.
Jesus, I'm sorry.
I'm sure that's a mosquito that's just flown inside. Right, so let's have a look around the house.
I get even the slightest hint that you're a flight risk, pal.
It's a small house. Right, he was packing. He was packing a suitcase.
Size 11s.
So, I think he was planning on running. Flight risk. So that's the bedroom, kind of in the kitchenette.
He'll be back any moment. Sit tight.
Thanks for the offer. I need you to do something. Oops. About my wife. Oh.
The oldest problem there is what to do about the old lady.
Right, there's the music to say everything's been done. So, let's see where we go. So let's see, last contact with victim.
When did you last see your wife, Mr. Henry?
Last night. I went to see her. We talked. Things got a little out of hand. I left.
He didn't leave though, did he? His eyes are looking off. I don't know whether to... Did the guy not say he was with him?
That's a lie and you know it. You tailed her, watched her come out of a bar, and then beat her to death. Admit it, Henry.
Why would I do that, Detective?
There you go. Club owner McCall reports telephoning Jacob Henry repeatedly. Okay, so he knew. Damn it.
My wife was a drunk. It was a sickness with her. Doesn't mean I didn't love her. Would you stop loving your wife if she was unwell?
No, I wouldn't.
Oh, maybe...
So who could have killed Celine? Where did she go last night, Jacob?
A bar, I suppose. Look, I don't know.
But he does, because he knows that that's the one.
You know where she went, Jacob. You're lying. Why would I help you if you keep lying to me?
Look, I'm telling you, I don't know.
And that's the alibi one, because he told him. Dagnammit.
We know she went to the Bomber Club.
Okay. I thought you said
The bartender
bartending
there,
item.
He calls me if things are getting out of hand, and I go and I bring her home. He called me last night. I said no. Phone rang a couple more times after that. I ignored it. I'm gonna have to live with that.
Why did you kill her, Jacob? Things will go better if you come clean about it.
That's a lousy thing to say. I never gave up on my wife.
Oh, you did. Because we just saw the notebook in your kitchen. And his eyes are
I
shifted.
don't believe you, Jacob. I think you didn't have the guts to do it yourself, so you had someone else do it.
You want to back that up with something, Big Mouth?
Yeah, I do.
Huh?
Don Julio, I'm not a huge fan of. I like Petron, and there's another one, Heredura, which I really like. Let's see this out.
The note by the phone suggests you meant her harm.
You want the truth? Truth is, I
You
was
can't
sick
handle the
to
truth.
death of her. I was trying to have her committed.
We're still gonna need you to come downtown, Mr. Henry.
We can get this all down on paper, Jacob. How you got fed up with your wife and how you figured killing her would bury all your troubles.
Kill my own wife?
She was a lush and a tramp, and you just couldn't stand it anymore.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
So now you're gonna tell me you loved her? Ah, the DA goes all gooey over remorse, Jacob.
This doesn't look good.
Oh, I lost my hat. Okay.
What's this bunker?
Ah, you hold it. I always forget you hold it. That's why it knocked me hat off. Always counter. Always counter. Come on, take your best swing. That's good. Oh, he got me. Got you.
Call it in and get a squad car dispatched. And check for messages.
It was,
Both Slugger here, company.
Rusty went down a bit too easy considering his size. He's supposed to be the expert. Right, let's
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
If you're gonna have some ice in that Glenlivet, just a little bit. Don't have too much. You can even just put a little squirt of water in there instead of the ice if you like it a little bit more. Let it roll over your tongue there, Alesgar, because it's a really good one, the Glenlivet. I think I've had the 12. I don't think. No, is it in a blue bottle? If it's in, well, is it in the blue ticket on the front? If it is, then I've had it.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need a patrol unit to transport a suspect back to Central.
Certainly, Detective. You have a message from the coroner. Do you wish to be put through?
Oh, yes, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Carruthers,
It's Phelps.
I've completed the autopsy. Several wounds to the head from a blunt metal instrument. Closest match would be a socket wrench handle.
So the cause of death was the blunt...
No, the blows to the head surprisingly were not fatal. Death was from hemorrhage and shock from the fractured ribs and multiple injuries caused by the stomping.
Anything else?
He's some kind of sex fiend. The tissues of the anus were bruised about 1/8 of an inch, but no trace of semen in the anus, vagina, or stomach.
Thanks, Doc. Operator, give me R&I. Any word on an owner for that vehicle? License was 2boy8899.
Yes, Detective. The plate belongs to a brown 1936 Pontiac. Registered owner is one Alonzo Mendez of 402 South Fremont Street, apartment 16.
Thanks. Any other messages?
One, Detective. From Captain Donnelly. He wants any and all suspects returned to Central. Interviews to be set up immediately.
Got it. We're coming in.
Oh. So all suspects have to go back. That's not good because it means that the captain might be trying to. Labels antique trim. I'll look it up. I think it must be the 12-year-old one that's blue then. Right. Should we go to Mendez's apartment first? Yeah, let's go there. The reason is I don't want to go back to the police station because it sounds like the captain's trying to set everybody up or set somebody up.
Can you drive to this one?
So let's get Mendez out the way.
3,500-pound container of salt.
So
My
we'll
brother said
see.
she took a real pounding.
Maybe if he had been a little firmer in the beginning, he wouldn't be in this situation now.
I imagine that Neanderthal routine is a big hit with the ladies, Galloway.
Women love me.
You know, I wish there was a TV
have no
show like this. I mean, there's what? Dragnet maybe, but Dragnet, it was a bit campy. It was a bit like Batman, wasn't it? It wasn't as bad as Batman, but it was a bit. We're gonna. That's where we're gonna take you downtown and do you over, boy. This is not perfect. Like I said, modern times we've got CSIs about as close to this as you would get. Mendez, apartment 16.
Mendez, apartment
okay.
16.
Jose, I never drink Jose Cuervo because it's a bit like some whiskies, you know, like the cheap ones are so bad, but the good ones are good. But the name kind of puts me off just from my youth. So right, let's have a look at this Mendez bloke then. What was it? Apartment 16. Okay, we can probably run here. Apartment 16 is on the 4th floor. Of course it is. Is there no lift? I mean, really? We're going to have to go up to the 4th floor here. Wait. There was a ding-dong there, which means I should probably check it. But I saw that from a distance anyway.
Here, the apartment's up on the top floor.
One. 2. Oh, I'm getting dizzy here. 3. Wait. That was weird.
Don't bother knocking, just kick the door in.
Kick the door in. Have it your way.
Take a look around and see what you can find.
Right, so. Let's have a look. What we've got in here. Newspapers. Records. Nice booze collection. I noticed he's having a really good look at that. Nothing of interest in the kitchen. Right, there's a light and a gold doorknob. Do you suppose I should go in that room? It's not very good at hiding anything, this, is it?
Doesn't look like anything.
It bloody does. It looks like a gun. I know why he's saying that, because it's not connected. Oh! We got a box! Well, this isn't bloody good news, is it? Look, there's a lipstick. Used.
Brothers could match the color and brand of the
Oh
body.
dear. This isn't looking good for this dude. And there's a socket wrench from the blunt force trauma. You hit it when you can't quite.
Consistent with Celine's injuries, and the blood can be typed.
We have the murder weapon. We better get Pinker down here.
Why keep it? Why not throw it away?
Think these clowns are geniuses? Thank your stars you caught a break. Captain Donald will begin to like you.
Hey, what gives? LAPD, you're under arrest.
I'm out of here, copper.
Do not lose that son of a bitch. I'll go get our wheels.
Mendez, stop right there.
Get back here.
You don't need to do this, Alonzo.
Try and get an angle on it. It does all these things, this game, where you really feel like you can catch someone, but then you can't. He's gonna get in that car as well.
Get in and drive.
Oh, wrong car. Sorry, son. Oh, did I hit him? I think I hit him.
Got an idea. Get him next to my window, Cole. Keep me alongside his vehicle, and I'll stop the son of a bitch.
Said it was going to severely affect the case. I'm always trying to look out for.
Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close. Hit it. Clean this asshole off the road. I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck. Hit him, Cole. Spit him out.
You're under arrest for the murder of Celine Henry. Put your hands in the air.
My lord,
I ain't staying.
No, I know. That's CSA. Well, there was a huge rise in people in England who wanted to do crime scene investigation because of that show. Because everybody thought they'd get to look cool, but you didn't. So it wasn't exactly what people expected. I don't think so.
Goddamn thing.
Well, that's what I said. I said these cases might be a little bit easier.
You did a grand job, lads. Phelps, that's quite a way to acquit yourself in your first outing as a homicide investigator. It seems the city has a new and vengeful guardian. Considering the evidence against your suspect and the thoroughness with which a report was compiled, I foresee a safe passage through the courts, and the DA agrees with me. Brutality on a scale such as this deserves retribution. The people and the press of this city demand it.
I love it how they're in the guy's apartment drinking his whiskey when he's been sent down. He got distinguished, and I think that was because of the hitting the pedestrian, unfortunately. Oh yeah, I left Jacob in Central, so it solved the case. So this is the thing that this game does, and I don't like it as much. So that's why I was saying to you before, I wanted to do things in a certain order, because I noticed in other cases that it would have this case note at the bottom that would kind of say that you'd done something or missed out on something, and maybe that's the difference between getting one thing and another. But I thought if I'd have gone back to the police station, there was a good chance that they'd have just framed the guy for it, because there is one mission early on where you have the option of just framing somebody. It doesn't even affect your case stars. You can still get 5 stars even if you frame the guy. So it's it's a shame that they did it that way, because you don't really want to miss content, do you? Oh, seems a bit strange that they would do it that way, but they did. And therefore it is what it is. Right, on to the next one. Oh, we're back at the jazz club. Yeah! Listening to jazz.
You pump through my veins, 'cause I'm burning.
Makes me want to smoke again in these places.
Burning up for you.
Oh. Somebody wants a bit of the old. Let's have a look at this one.
Galloway. Got it, Skipper. Yeah, I'll bring him. He's my partner, after all.
What have we got?
New case. White female dumped in plain sight in the grass at the end of Hill Street. Hacks are all over it. Captain's trying to fend them off.
That sounds awfully similar.
The first rule of police work is make no assumptions until you've seen the evidence. Skipper wants you to have your newspaper face on, college boy. I think I know the place where they found the lady. It overlooks Sunset Boulevard. Let's go.
And I thought this was such a nice area.
This guy was willing to write his own mother after I sweated him.
This America going to understand it's about giving, not getting.
Don't know why I'm walking so slow. Just feels right. Feels right in this game. There's some games where you kind of want to do things slowly, but.
I think his name is Phelps. I read about him in the paper.
Oh, I'm getting famous now. Me is the famous one. You can drive.
You can drive.
You did a decent job on the Henry case.
Ah, I've been bitten.
Not bad for you.
Motherfucker.
Thanks, Rusty.
Don't go getting ahead of yourself.
Oh, another crash.
One clearance
We must be
under your
responsible for
belt.
90% of the crashes in the greater Los Angeles area.
And no assumptions until we see the evidence, right?
And I do not understand why he's backing up.
See, I knew you were a fast learner, Phelps. You might get along after all.
Now, boys, you know as much as I do. I'll be holding a press conference once the autopsy's been completed. I have two of my finest investigators on the case, fresh from bringing down the sword of justice on the crazed sex...
Captain, aren't there similarities between this murder and the murder of Celine Henry and of Elizabeth Short, for that
So you don't
matter?
believe there's a crazed sex killer at large preying on women?
Boys, be sensible. We have the greatest police force in all the world, with the greatest scientific investigators at our disposal. How can any killer...
Oh, yeah, forgot that, yeah.
Be advised. We keep the gas chamber at San Quentin primed for the sons of Cain who continue to believe they can take a life in the city of angels.
Yeah, right. Any new leads in the Dahlia case?
Run along, boys, and let these officers get to work. We have God's work to do here, and it can't be delayed.
What do we have, Captain?
Another woman sacrificed. Speak to Carruthers. I want daily reports, gentlemen.
So the
Y'all seem to be standing around. Shouldn't you be working?
ramping up the pressure.
I was first on scene. So what's going on over there?
You find her, Gonzalez?
Not me. A family out for a stroll. I was first reporting.
Can you show me the body?
It's under the pepper tree, this way.
Oh, under the pepper tree, eh? Is that pepper or the eating one, the ones that you eat?
I was closest, sir. I got the call.
I know what
Not
I mean.
much more I can tell you.
Shut up. Right, okay, so
Can't be much help to you, Phelps.
good. Don't like you anyway. Who's this joker with a camera?
She is.
Who are you? Go away. Right. So, let's talk to the coroner, see what he says about this.
Similar MO.
To what? The Dahlia? I don't think so.
Celine Henry.
That's a closed case. This is probably another sad sack who lost his temper with a broad who wouldn't put out.
Are you a suspect, Rusty?
Watch your mouth. All I'm saying is we got enough to do without reopening closed cases.
I like that one.
Talk me through it, Mal.
Severely battered, on display. Footprints would indicate that she has been stomped. Size of the footprints would seem to indicate a smallish men's shoe. What size shoe did Mendez wear?
Slightly less bushy minge.
No, I'm not. At a glance, I would say strangulation was the cause of death. I'll need to do further tests for semen.
Angry boyfriend. If they were married, they'd be at home. Not humping out here in Lover's Lane.
You mind if I examine the body?
Be my guest.
Right, so. Let's examine the body. I'm a little bit tired. So, but I'm normally in bed by now. I'll go into bed. Okay, so I've got a ligature mark on the neck, which is slightly different from the other one.
Very distinctive. I'll do some comparisons back at the lab and get back to you.
Looks like she was tied up.
It certainly does.
It does at first, but that would leave a mark on her other wrist too. I think her watch might have been torn off.
Ah, right. And yet again, her nails seem to be broken off, but that could have been from the struggle. So, this one. Yep, there you go. There's a ring taken as well.
Finger.
Fourth finger, left hand. A wedding or engagement ring. Violently removed.
So that's one of his MOs.
The stomping angle. In the
there you go.
Was it reported in the press?
Sure was. Every detail a copycat would want was there in the story.
It's pretty pixelated there, isn't it? Okay. Okay, so let's start having a look at evidence. So, there's A. C, where's B? A. There's B. Some footprints leading away from the body. What the fuck Rusty's doing? It doesn't look like he's doing his job properly.
Another day, another dollar.
Let's rifle through a purse. We have Deirdre Muller.
Can you run Deirdre Muller by RNI?
Back in a second.
Parent Teacher Association. Okay.
If the motive was robbery, why not take the money?
Yeah, it doesn't seem. Well, it won't be robbery. You wouldn't treat a. You wouldn't treat a.
Detectives, RNI says that Deirdre Mahler of 130 North Bonnie Bray was reported missing this morning by her husband, Hugo Mahler.
What'd I tell you? Let's grab the husband, take him downtown, and work him over. We could have this wrapped up by lunchtime.
What about not making assumptions and going on the evidence?
Massive cash. Oh God. Right, let's step over there. Where do we leave the car? We're all drunk here. Right, okay, so we're gonna go to the Muller residence. It's the only one in my book, so. Gonna beat Rusty back to the car. Gonna beat Rusty. Get out of the way, Rusty. Should we take this one? This looks like a nicer car than
I
ours.
hear you're a very kind to animals, so please, get that face back to the gorilla.
Right. You can
You know the
drive.
way. You can drive.
Still might
See the movie set there in the distance.
I thought we were on our way to lock up the husband.
If it doesn't work out, then.
Deirdre Muller has suffered enough. More than enough. You shouldn't make disparaging comments about her without even the slightest inkling of what she was like.
She was a woman, wasn't she? Well, around about my third
It's winding me
divorce,
up a
I
bit, this
realized women
headphones.
might not be the pure angels we imagine.
Oh, this guy's drinking
Don't make any insinuations
Glenlivet.
about my wife.
Hey, she's a woman.
She's the mother of my children.
You're a father, Cole? Don't tell me your eye don't bend.
This conversation is over.
He's off his face, this bloke. He's just smashing everybody's cars up. Okie dokie. Should we just stand around here like weirdos, or should we go inside? What do you think, Chubbs? Not too sure? Let's go inside. I'll take the lead, don't you worry, I do everything else. Knock 3 times.
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Is your father home?
He'll be home soon. He's been out looking for Mommy.
What's your name, miss?
Michelle Eloise Mahler?
Can we come in?
I suppose so.
Don't worry, we'll fix her up with the murder. She's a kid, she won't have a
Could
clue.
you have a seat for me, Michelle?
Yeah, sit down, we'll tie you up, beat you a bit. And then we're gonna frame you like that horse on the wall.
We're gonna have a look around.
Well, when I say we, I'm talking about the royal we, because he's gonna sit there and do nothing but smoke a fag. And means something different in English, Elliscar.
I think this is going to help.
Don't forget Mum's birthday. Oh dear, she was close to her birthday.
My partner will explain everything when he gets back.
So look on the...
Don't worry about it.
Okay, stuff half chopped. That's a bit strange. I don't think it's got anything to do with anything.
Doesn't give me anything to go
No,
on.
I know it doesn't. That wasn't my intention. Okay. So, it doesn't look like anything in here. There's a note on the fridge, but nothing's coming up, so I'm guessing it's not one of the important ones. Just gonna go through your mum's knickers. Right. Now there is dirt on these boots, but they are work boots, so I don't know if I can get like massively excited about that. Bet it's empty. Ta-ta!
No sign of a wedding ring.
On the other box, same thing, empty. Ta-da!
Elgin wristwatch.
Yeah.
Probably the same one snatched from her body.
Ah, okay, that's the music stop, so we're gonna go sit down and have a chit-chat and stitch this one up, because that's how the cops do it in America, just quick stitch up. It's really easy.
Is this about Mommy? Daddy is trying to find her. Please tell me she's okay.
I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Michelle, but your mother...
Don't do it, Troy.
Do you think you could answer a few questions for us?
Try.
That was fake crying, if ever I saw it. Right, missing watch and rings, okay.
Some of your mother's jewelry was missing. Can you describe her things?
A ring, a watch. I never paid much attention to that stuff.
There was a glance, but there's no gulping in it. I'm guessing it's the truth.
I know it's painful, Michelle, but this may be important. She wore a wedding ring?
Mommy chose it herself.
Welcome in, Dave.
A rose gold wedding band and a matching diamond and ruby engagement ring.
She wore a watch?
Yes, a yellow gold Elgin watch. Daddy bought it for her birthday. We had a fight. It was kind of a makeup present.
When did you last see your mother?
Yesterday afternoon. I went to a dance at Belmont
Exactly, that's
High.
what I thought.
Mommy was supposed to pick me up, but she didn't show.
So what did you do then?
I was upset. Daddy came instead.
Oh, there's the glance away. And her face is slightly contorted. Yeah, there it is again. Something not right about that.
So you were hanging around the school for quite a while. What happened with your father?
I don't know. I called and finally he answered. He came straight away then.
State of parents' marriage.
Your mom and dad are happily married?
What are you saying? Of course they are.
Well, she looks like she's having a poo there. Yeah, she's lying. Well, she's not lying. She's...
They weren't happy, were they, Michelle? Did your father ever hit your mother?
Just the once. She said she would leave him if he
I
ever
think she did
again.
it as well.
He bought her a brooch pin to make up for it. And he always wore her golden butterfly.
Thanks, Miss Muller. You've been very brave.
Hey! What gives?
Daddy, the police
Go to your
are
room,
here.
please, Michelle. I'll talk to the police.
Daddy, Mommy is gone.
Go to your room, young lady. She's not even out of school. You can't come in here interrogating her like she's
Your
some
wife
kind
was
of...
found murdered this morning.
Found? What? But she only...
We have some questions that we would like to ask.
Oh yeah, don't let it sink in, Cole.
Yeah, I'll do my best.
Okay. Footprints at crime
What
scene.
size shoe do you wear, Mr. Muller?
Why do you ask?
It's routine, sir. Simple process of elimination.
9s, I think.
He's looking around and said, I think. Because we got the boots in the bedroom, but I can't remember what size they were. Were they 11?
Why would I lie to you at a time like this?
Size 8. Okay, not 9, 8.
That's funny. The work boots we found here are size 8s. Why lie about it if you've got nothing to hide?
Because I always get teased about the size of my feet. You know, small feet, small...
Always been true in my experience.
I've got fucking massive feet, me. Right, missing persons report.
You phoned in a missing persons report this morning?
Yeah, that's right. My wife didn't come home last night. She left around 9:30. Michelle was out at dance. She called me to let me know that Deidre didn't turn up.
Seems true. But he's fidgety.
Did your wife ever go out by herself? To bars, nightclubs?
No. What are you suggesting? You're suggesting my wife's loose? Now is not the time for you to be pushing me.
She's a loose
Your
woman.
daughter said you were having an argument.
We argued about who would pick up Michelle. I worked a full day. I wanted to come home, put my feet up.
This isn't to his alibi.
So you were here all night. You stayed in while your wife went out to pick up your daughter?
Yes, that's correct.
He wasn't. That's why I went back to check that. The daughter said she couldn't get hold of him, so he's lying.
You should come clean if you're having an affair, or if there's something going on.
I told you I was here. Were you saying I wasn't?
So why did you take so long to answer the phone when your daughter called?
Okay, I went out for a while. I was driving around. It's my way of relaxing.
History of violence. Isn't that a
Your
movie?
wife was beaten and then strangled. In your case, you have no alibi and a history of violence towards your wife.
That's not true, god damn it.
It is true, Hugo. You're a violent man. You try to keep a lid on it at home, but sometimes you lost control. Your daughter and your wife were scared of you.
You don't know anything about me.
I do. His daughter said that he bought her the brooch after the domestic violence incident. Yeah.
I know about the golden butterfly, Hugo, and how you bought your wife off the last time you heard her.
He gets the part.
She liked to spend money, all right? Dresses, jewelry, her hair. It drove me goddamn crazy. Do I look like a Rockefeller?
Nobody likes a cheapskate, Hugo.
Getting hostile with us is a very bad idea, Hugo.
I'm no murderer.
Make some arrangements for your daughter, and then present yourself to Central Station for questioning.
You gotta be kidding me, Phelps. Put the cuffs on him.
This is an outrage. I didn't kill my wife.
Your daughter is in the next room, Mueller, so I'm giving you a break. Don't make me change my mind, and don't make me come looking for you.
We should go back in there and bust his ass.
1, we need to break his alibi, check phone records, canvass the neighbors. 2, we have motive of domestic violence, which probably goes for half the men in L.A. 3, we have no evidence tying him to the crime scene.
Hello, detective.
What does she want? What the fucking nosy neighbour? What do you want, your bag?
Yes, ma'am.
I heard the terrible news over the radio.
I bet you did.
Help us with our inquiries?
Yes, sir.
Curtain twitches.
They had a row last night. I heard Mrs. Mueller screaming.
Did you see Mrs. Mueller come home late last night at all?
No, not at all. I did see Mr. Mueller put something in the incinerator earlier this morning, though.
I told you he was our guy. Now let's get this bum downtown and into a cell.
Look, there he is now.
Step away from the incinerator. Don't let him get away.
Okay, but no shooting. We need this guy to make the case.
There he is. See him?
Got you. Yeah. Think you can outrun me, huh? Big man? Big guy? Right. Inspect the incinerator? The incinerator. Trying to burn evidence.
Doesn't look good, Hugo.
I can explain the blood.
Get him booked in at Central, officer. Then put him in an interview room. We'll be speaking with him later. And inform the captain.
Yes, sir, detective.
Is there someone you can call, miss?
I don't...
Yeah, that film producer.
You need somewhere to stay, Michelle. You have other family? Grandparents? Aunts or uncles?
Call Aunt Helen, but she lives in Bakersfield and...
Call her. We're gonna get someone down here from Juvenile Hall to talk to you in the meantime.
We ought to get some uniforms down here, clean up, take care of the kid.
Motherless and fatherless. Let's go to the phone. Ringing some ring-a-ding-ding. Details.
Galloway, Homicide Division, badge number 564.
Phelps, badge 1247.
Did we get Ray Pinker and a technical services team to a house at 130 North?
I need an address on a Belmont High School.
Send someone down from Juvenile Hall to look after a young lady.
Roger, 11K. Belmont High, 1575 West 2nd Street.
Thanks for your help.
Can't imagine those police phones exist everywhere, do they? Or they're just put in for the game.
Inform Detective Phelps that the coroner has a report waiting at the police morgue downtown when he's available.
Right, okay.
Got it, KGPL.
Did you read about the woman who stabbed her husband and then pushed him in front of the car?
Yeah.
That's the cop who caught her.
Yeah, I am. And you don't half look like the coroner. Suspiciously.
Can you drive to this one?
A lot of people walking the general streets around here.
I'm surprised, you know. I didn't make the husband for it.
Always make the husband, fellas. 9 times out of 10, it's the closest person to the Vic who does the deed. God knows I've wanted to kill some wives in my day.
Lex parsimoniae.
What?
The law of parsimony. Occam's razor. The simplest explanation is most likely the correct one.
You know, you could have said that without getting all liturgical on me.
I'll try to dumb things down from now on.
That bloke's just done a runner.
Appreciate it. You try this one on.
Suspect.
Rusty's razor.
How's that go?
You blame the guy that's banging her.
Ah, of course. The famous Lex Ignoramus.
Closes cases, Cole. Puts a lot of people away, that one.
Yeah, Dave. Still got to go through that, yes.
Unveiling, Emmy. It's the first season since fabric rationing's over. We have to go.
I told you I can't Saturday. I'm busy.
Hang on a minute, I'm losing internet on my phone for some reason.
Davy Gardner, aren't you?
Oh crap, I'm missing most of the thing there. Was he... Right, I might have missed... I got the last message from Dave about my boss. That was it. So if anybody's written anything since then, write another one. Write it again, because I can't see it in my chat, because it keeps disconnecting. I don't know why, I've got full internet. Right, so was he peeping Tom or something?
I'll take the car and see if I can cut him off.
Look at him go. Track athlete. Gonna get you, boy. Oh, shite sticks. Gonna get you. Where have you got to go? Oh crap, he's gone up the steps. Oh shit. Oh no.
Stay off the moonshine, bud.
Don't want him to get away because they sometimes grab a hostage. Oh, he's tiring. Oh, he just got his bloody energy back there.
Be careful. He looks dangerous.
Oh, you just about... Get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. There we go. That was a long one. Fingers are hurting now. But we got him.
Car 11K, car 11K, come in.
11K, go ahead.
11K, see the janitor. A green 1946 coupe registered to a Mrs. Hugo Moeller has been found in the parking lot adjoining the Belmont High School and playing fields. 11K, code 2.
What's your name?
Who's asking?
We can do this the
Oh, he's quite a famous actor as well.
Name's Eli Rooney.
You've been in trouble with the law before, Eli?
Some.
What are you doing around here?
I like to keep an eye on the children.
That's why
Strictly paternal? Is it, Eli?
Don't sass me, boy.
A woman was abducted here last night, Eli, and murdered.
And I would love to make you for that, you oaky motherfucker.
Well, I wouldn't know nothing about that. A woman, you say? I like 'em a little younger than that.
Turn out your pockets, Eli.
Now, why would I do that?
Because I'm about to break your fucking skull, Eli.
Oh.
You're under arrest, Eli. You're in very deep...
That's the butterfly brooch.
Get some backup down here, Rusty. We need to get this one downtown and into a cell.
I'll tell them we got a kitty raper coming in. They can roll out the red carpet.
Right.
What time did you see the person park the car?
Late last night, after school social, maybe 1 a.m. We're keeping a good eye out lately. We've had problems with the child molester.
Eli Rooney. We've met him.
Filthy son of a bitch.
Yeah.
He was here yesterday before the dance.
Son of a gun.
And you saw park the car?
I don't know, sir. I'd like to say yes, but the truth is it was pretty dark.
Would you say Rooney is violent?
Yes, sir. I would say so, yes.
Thanks for your help.
Uh-oh.
Blood and skin samples. We better get Ray Pinker out here.
It might not be perfect fit though, if I remember the pattern correctly. But it might be, you never know. It's definitely a tire iron, so we saw that actually in the video at the beginning as well.
Could be important.
So we know it was a tire. I think I'm getting bit here. Segways, yeah.
The overalls are stenciled HM. Muller is a mechanic. I wonder what Eli does for a living.
Right. Sometimes I like the atmospheric sounds as well. You can hear somebody mowing or something. It's just nice. Because this is probably, it probably was this quiet back then.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need interrogation set up at Central for both suspects being held in the Mahler homicide case.
Certainly, Detective. I'll get in touch with the watch commander.
Thanks.
Right, so we should go to the morgue. Before we go to the police station. Because he said to come and have a look at something. So you can drive.
You can drive.
Mosquito. Mosquitoes, plural.
I say we make Rooney for this. I think we should lay it on him. He was near the car, he had her jewelry, the DA will love him for it.
Even if he didn't do it?
Because I moved the
you have kids,
I moved the smelly stuff just outside the door, so because it was making I couldn't breathe.
Let Mueller slide?
My throat's clearing a bit now.
He gets a free pass for me.
But yeah, the mosquitoes, they tend to go for my head, my back and my arms. Twats. Hate them. Now you can actually take any car you want in this, so we could nick an ambulance afterwards. And drive around in a nice white ambulance. Might do that, to go to the next one. Right, so he's normally in there. I'm just going to have a quick look in this room, because I was going to look in this room before and I didn't. Staff only, that's why I can't go in.
Phelps,
I'm
Rusty,
sitting there waiting.
thanks for coming.
Can you blood type the shoes that we bagged and see if they're a match?
Sure. It'll all be in the report, but I'm assuming you want the details now?
Please. Cause of death is strangulation?
Correct. Take a look at the samples on the bench.
Right, here we go. No. It was more like, it looked like little bit like shellfish type things. And this is the wrong direction. So, I don't...
What are the normal uses for that kind of rope?
On boats, mooring lines.
Correct. Although Ray says that they're sometimes used as bell ropes in churches.
Ah. Well, it couldn't have been... No, it's not that one. Right, so I think
So are we
we've done
looking
that.
for a sailor or a minister?
Well, in my experience, sailors seem to have the greater libido.
Was Mrs. Mueller criminally attacked?
No external or internal traces of semen.
Thanks, Mal. Anything else comes up, you let us know.
Right. Anything else?
The shoe prints?
Size 8s. Very similar to the impressions from the Henry case.
Now, who do we remember got caught in bloody size 8s? I think we have our bird.
He's really only husband, isn't he?
We've got to nail this guy.
Okay, if you're finished jawing, we need to get moving.
Workman's comp. Right, okay. So, music stopped. was a big bottle of whiskey in that case there. Let's nick one of the ambulances. Can we nick one of the ambulances? No. Let's put a destination. I'm going to see if we can do it. I could physically drive it, but I didn't fancy that part. What if... Go back to the Central Police Station. Will it do it?
You're behind the wheel.
Yeah, we
We're
can do it.
driving this?
Yeah, we are.
Great. How are we gonna look getting around in this thing, Cole?
Not exactly the happiest of places, the coroner's office.
Carruthers is a good man, professional, diligent. If you're working with a pro, it's easy to overlook the grim realities of a place like that.
Funny job, man. Coroners.
How so?
No, you don't want them enjoying their work too much. The wrong kind of man can get awfully lonely rattling around a joint full of corpses.
Rusty, that's like something out of the pulps.
Been reading the same ones as me?
I thought you were usually too drunk to get through a magazine.
You know, if I close one eye and squint, you can just about make out the crime.
Must have used a Jimmy hat.
I think we bust in there and find the guy.
Better not go soft on me in here, Phelps.
We'll work the evidence, Rusty. Let him do it. Are they ready?
Moeller's in 2 and the pervert's in 1. Get in there and get a conviction.
We get Muller's in 2. So we'll go for Muller first. I don't see. I think the pervert guy's the red herring.
Here's where we stand, Hugo. Your next-door neighbor heard screaming coming from your house. You were burning your blood-stained shoes. You have no one who can confirm your whereabouts last night. Your daughter says you're a violent man. We have everything we need to send you to death row, and all you have to say for yourself is, I didn't do it.
I swear I didn't kill her. Give me that lie test. I can prove it.
Let's talk about
Why did you
disposal of
burn your
evidence.
shoes, Hugo?
Because I knew you'd never believe me.
Could be true.
Believe what?
It's rabbit's blood. A guy at work brought him in and I helped him skin them.
I don't know if we can prove that though. I think the coroner said he would be able to actually.
Do you know anything about ropes, Hugo?
As much as the next man. I was a scout. I learned some more in the army.
True. Oh. No. Shifty movements. I can't think of anything that any evidence we have on him. I'll doubt it.
You learned to strangle with the rope in the army?
With rope, with my bare hands, but mainly with wire. I learned a lot of things in the army, but I still didn't kill my wife.
For argument's sake, what type of rope would you use?
If I had to, I would use a triple braid. Less flex, easier to control.
Your wife was beaten with a tire iron, Hugo. An appropriate choice of tool for a mechanic.
Did we get a tire iron?
I know nothing about any tire iron.
Bloody tire iron. Found in Deirdre. Oh, it was in the vehicle, yeah. Okay, so lie.
You're lying, Hugo. You're gonna have to come clean on this.
You got no proof.
Is that proof of him? Can't remember the. Oh yeah, because it was his stuff in the car. Hugo Moller, HM. Yeah, okay. So yeah, this was his tire iron.
Your wife drove a Chevrolet, Hugo. What make of car do you drive?
A Chrysler Airflow.
So I guess that explains why the tire iron that killed your wife came from a Chrysler. We found your wife's car. Someone parked it at the school late last night. Do you have anything to say about that?
I'm good at Truck Simulator, me.
It wasn't me.
It's just the mirrors are in the wrong position.
Clothes? I keep them at work in my locker.
Do you now? Well, that's a lie, because they're in the back of the car with a tire iron.
Enough lies, Hugo. Your overalls put you at the scene of the crime last night.
My overalls are in the laundry of my house.
No, they're not.
Green overalls, bloodstained, with the initials HM found in the trunk of your wife's car.
They can't be mine.
Why, Hugo? Because if they were yours, they'd be in the incinerator too?
Ooh. Now, this is giving me the option to go back to the other person, so I'm going to check the other person. Yes, I am, because the other person had the butterfly brooch, and I want to know why he had the butterfly brooch. I can't leave it without knowing that. I think that the husband's guilty. There's just too much evidence.
Captain, we were on our way to interview Eli Rooney.
Yes, Phelps, I know. This particular fiend is an old acquaintance. I have tried to reaffirm his belief in a wrathful and terrible God. Whichever way it goes, I'll be dealing personally with him.
You look like you've had it rough.
You see me asking for your sympathy, boy?
Right, so where's he employed?
You down on your luck, Eli?
I had worse. My family ate roadkill during the Dust Bowl.
But you have a job. A parolee has to have a job, correct?
I had me a job down in San Pedro. I'm looking for something new.
Shifty.
This place you worked have a name?
Hennessy Marine. You can't miss the place. Big
Hey,
yellow
Chem.
letters, HM out front.
They give you any workwear, Eli?
Sure. Green coverall. Dang thing was hot. Felt like I was back in the pen wearing it.
Ah, that's not good.
You ever tie up any of your victims, Eli?
It's not a nice thing to go calling them.
What would you call them?
I can't say. I learned a long time ago not to go talking about the things I like. Talking about it just seems to get people's dander up.
Answer the goddamn question, Rooney, before I brain you.
See what I mean? Short answer is yes.
You have any preference regarding rope, Eli?
I know a good rope from a bad rope, if that's what you mean. That's not what you mean, is it? Any old rope will do me fine.
He's telling the truth.
Farm boy like you, Eli, must prefer McGay for roping. Am I right?
I prefer braid. Tie hitching braid. It stays tight.
See if he has a
You
motive.
killed Mrs. Muller and stole her jewelry.
That ain't so. I ain't done nothing like that.
Well, we know that's a lie because of the brooch.
You're a liar, Eli. You needed the money, so you killed her.
I've been around some, son. You got some evidence that proves I stole that butterfly from that woman? I done told you I found that pretty thing. I never stole it.
Jeez. Yeah, I did say he'd found it, but... Okay.
What size boot do you wear, Eli?
Kind of like anything I can get my hands on. I'm wearing 11s.
Yeah, he's doing the shifty looks again.
You're maybe 5'5", 5'6" tops. And you wear size 11s? I don't think so, Eli.
That might be on the large side. Maybe 10s.
Maybe 8s.
Now that I come to think of it.
Why punish children with your iniquity, Eli?
You think I was never punished?
You must know what you're doing is evil.
Well, son, nobody's perfect.
Oh, this is a hard one because you want to charge him just because of what he is, but I honestly don't think he's guilty. He's come forward with all the evidence, like the evidence against him. So the overalls, he told us the color, the type, like He said he knew a little bit about rope. But the husband was trying to destroy evidence. I don't know, what do you lot think?
All it will take now is some paperwork.
I'm thinking I'm going to charge the husband. I genuinely believe the husband did it.
You've got it made if you can get to that.
Is it going to give us any type of thing where we talk about it? Come on, people, who do I charge? Do you agree with me that the evidence is all against the husband? Because we've got to take our personal feelings out of it, because it's a case. Because at the end of the day, the husband could go and kill somebody else. Mind you, you might say that Eli's going to go on damaging other people, but the captain said he would see if the captain said he'd deal with him afterwards. So
what are we waiting for?
So he might. Yeah, I'm going to go charge the husband. Because the police captain's still going to beat the shit out of him anyway, isn't he? Oh, you don't need to see it to turn it because I'm charging you. Yeah, that's what I think. Right,
Hugo Muller, I'm charging you with the murder of your wife. You'll be arraigned and taken before a grand jury. Book him, Rusty.
With pleasure.
Take him away, toys. I mean, take him away, boys. Oh, he had a grin on his face there. That was a guilty grin.
I have to say I'm disappointed. I stood in front of a troop of reporters and made promises. Promises of swift and fearful retribution, and you bring me an armful of vagary and happenstance. You made the department look bad, lad. Do it again and your career as a policeman will come to an abrupt and ignominious end. You two are back on the streets. Find street criminals, roust them, beat them, and restore some fervor to your police work. Your next case will come when you've revived my faith in your abilities. Now get out of here!
So he's angry I didn't charge the guy. Did I get it wrong then? Oof, did a bit of... I think I got that case wrong. It's only 3 stars and I didn't do... I got all the clues and only 1 question incorrect, so that shouldn't be 3 stars, that should be 4 stars. There was a bit of vehicle damage, but that's not the worst of it. Yeah. That's a strange one. Maybe I did charge the wrong person, unfortunately. It's saying there he stares down a murder charge while his daughter contemplates life as an orphan. It's not very nice. So maybe I got the wrong one. Oh well. I thought I made the right decision. I thought I made the correct decision.
Phelps! We captured 2 regular
This
armed
was
lieutenants.
gonna use the
Phelps,
name.
we've been over this. That sniper barely missed you back on the beach. Until the mission is over, there'll be no more saluting or signs of rank.
I'm in charge here, Medier!
Do you wish to interrogate the prisoners?
Don't forget to give a like, people, if you're enjoying it.
I know they're beat. Why they look so sullen. We're wondering why we haven't killed them yet. There's no greater shame than being taken prisoner.
Get this, Golden Boy actually seems to know what he's doing.
なた方の会社と名前を名乗ってください。第44大部隊所属兵だ。キッシュマン、何様だと思ってるんだ。
See that, boys? He slapped that Jap right upside the head.
It was merely to remind him of his place. His shame was the tone of voice that he used with a superior. I respect the Japanese, Corporal.
Respect, we're here to kill the sons of bitches.
Do you know why we are fighting the Japanese, Private?
With respect, sir, these bastards attacked Pearl Harbor.
And why did they attack Pearl, Private?
Because they hate the US of A and our way of life.
They attacked the US because we cut off their oil. What would we do if another country denied us the gas to run our cars?
Yeah, it's part of history you don't get told, isn't it? Doesn't mean they were right. Doesn't mean they were right. Okay, the stilts. Oh, the silt stocking murder. This goes all the underwear stuff, boys.
Ah, Phelps. I was just discussing with Finbar here how well you were doing. Have a seat.
I mean, you slagging me off yesterday.
Yeah, my real name. And you can just forget all about it.
You boys have a new case. A poor Hispanic woman murdered near City Hall and left lying naked in an alleyway.
Another naked woman, sir?
How was
Yes.
that?
We seem to have had quite a run of them since the Dahlia fiend first struck.
Phelps is politely trying to hint that he thinks the Mendez case is hokey.
Well, young Phelps, you win some and you lose some in police work.
You're happy with the Mueller case, sir?
Over the moon, boys! The DA couldn't be more pleased with the evidence, the witness, and the lack of an alibi. Now, get out there and catch me another sinner.
Catch me another sinner. I like that line. Get out there and catch me another sinner, boys.
You drive.
You drive, Rusty. Or should I say Finbar?
You have the address?
It's the alley off Aliso between Los Angeles and Alameda.
You're kidding. The next one will be opposite Central Station.
Count yourself lucky, Phelps. Most guys would kill to land a case so close to their desk.
Yeah. It means they can pop in to hit the office supply of hooch whenever they need it.
You know, that ain't a bad idea. That is not a bad idea at all, Phelps.
I like the music, by the way. That's another underrated part of this game. It's so nice and reminds me a bit of Mafia 2 had a really good soundtrack as well.
Detectives, they're ready to start the show. I'll take you through.
This is in a rundown part of town.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Brothers, Pinker?
Cause of death is pretty apparent. We thought we'd best wait for you. When you're ready.
Oh, sorry, people. A bit tired out now. Right, let's straddle her. So, she's got another ligature mark on the neck.
Lacerations on the neck.
Some blood squirted out.
A great deal of force.
Ah, you can hear the flies in my earphones. That's disgusting. Right. She must stink. Right, okay, we're going on to the hand. She's got something in her hand this time. Antonia.
21 years old. But why the library card? Did he want us to find it?
Very strange. There you go, ring removed.
Another wedding ring torn from the finger. No skin under the fingernails.
And he's peeled the skin back there, which is quite strange. Can't really see the fingernails because they go under his jacket, but...
Kiss the blood. BD.
This whole BD thing. Right, you get a good shot of the minge there, boys. Just take it in for a second. You can't drink on duty anymore. Those aren't that small. Are they? Alright.
The evidence in the Mueller case was solid. I'm not convinced about Mendez.
The best way to get away with murder is to pin it on somebody else. I'll bet a month's salary this is a copycat.
Strangled, battered.
Yeah. We know the M.O. So does every jerk who kills his wife and girlfriend looking for a way out. I've spoken to Brown. He still believes the Dahlia perp has medical experience.
4 women, all murdered, all put on display, all with messages.
Mueller had no message. Look, Phelps, this is getting us nowhere.
Anything for us to go on, Mal?
Head injuries from contact with road. bruising from a small man's shoe. Further blunt force trauma to the occipital region at the base of the skull. Could have been fatal, but clear signs of strangulation would seem to rule it out.
Lipstick appears to be a similar color to the other case.
You know what I'm thinking? The reason maybe we did get the bad... Alright, sweetheart. No thanks. Maybe the reason we did get the bad score was because they are actually all not guilty. There is a serial killer. And if there's a serial killer, then maybe locking up the paedophile was the best option because both of them essentially were innocent and he was the worst of the two. That's my thoughts on it.
I'll see if I can nail down a brand.
So maybe as Phelps I should have realised that that we were on a case of a no, sweetheart, don't come up. Of a serial killer rather than somebody who killed his wife. Oh, this is trash. That's just trash. Right, what we got here?
Never the same, are they?
We have a bloody tight.
She took a blow to the head like the others. She was probably unconscious when
No,
strangled.
leave me alone, sweetheart, please. Just till I've finished this one. Right, so A, B. Have we got a C? Oh, yep.
Catch all the good ones, Phelps.
No, stop romancing my leg.
May as well follow the trail.
Jesus, these cats. Oh, yep. Oh, Antonio.
Huh. Same as the library card.
Yep. Interesting. And blood goes along here as well. Fuck off, Rusty. What is that? That's got nothing to do with it. Just put there to take me off the scent. Right, whoa, this blood goes a long way. What did he do? Pour it out? Oh, we got a shoe.
Proximity to the scene, plus the bloodstains. No way is this coincidence.
Nope. Nobody else see all this blood splattered around everywhere.
We kept the area pristine for you boys. Let's check it out.
House keys strung up like bait on a hook.
Strange enough. Right, we start going off
trying
here.
to lead us somewhere.
Probably all the way to City Hall, that brazen son of a bitch.
Oh, here.
It's got to be a code or a cipher.
A code 253. 253. Trying to remember that. Give over, cats. You're doing me head in. Stop it. You know you'll get fed when you get fed. I'm a little bit over actually tonight. I can understand why you're hungry, sweetheart. We won't be long. Okay, Antonio Maldonado is the name. It's not going to make it happen faster.
Where is all of this meant to be taking us? He clearly wants us to find these things. He's left them for us.
There you go, Phelps. You got a new M.O. I told you it wasn't our guy.
Or he might just be getting more confident.
Is that the other half of the library card? It's blood.
Enameled and gold plated.
I didn't see that, Alice.
It's precious to her.
A bit too much blood over here. I mean, how much did it take over? It's her ring.
Pulled from the finger and hung up here.
Okay.
What's the significance?
And it goes up the wall here. See, he had a brush and a bucket full of blood.
Looks as though
it's
the
interesting.
killer was decorating with this.
Yeah. And then we have a poise. Is that your poise? That's a nice poise. And voila.
Son of a bitch wants her identified.
That was the other part of her.
Mrs. Antonia Maldonado, 712 North Hill Street, downtown.
Okie dokie. Vampire mystery. Yeah, actually, I was looking at a vampire game earlier. That could be interesting. So you don't have to climb all the way back down. Antonia's residence, okay. How you doing, Jess? Welcome in. Second time today.
You can drive.
Work slow. Or are you on lockdown? I don't know. You never know when it's who's at work and who's not.
Right?
That's affirmative.
All right, so
Hey,
there's a
Baxter
husband
S,
we
how's
should
it
be
going?
looking
I hope
him.
this dame's
Where's
hot.
the case?
Rusty's razor.
She's
I
dead.
don't want to question your tried
So
and
she's
tested
actually cold.
techniques, Detective Galloway. But doesn't the DA require sound casework before he'll close the book?
He's got a confession. And, you know, there's ways of getting it.
We'll have another little one, just because we might as well play the character. Right, okay, so Antonia's residence. So this is where she lives. What does that say? Boarding house. Ah. Right. Imagine 15 pence a day, imagine that.
Wait just a moment. I'm sorry. Can I help you?
LAPD, ma'am. Detective Phelps and Galloway.
Galloway,
Does
you're
Mrs. Maldonado
back.
live here?
Yes, she does. I'm Mrs. Barbara LaPente, the owner of this boarding house.
Well, she don't fucking
Is
live in
there
there
a
anymore.
I'm afraid so, ma'am. Do you mind if we come in? Is there somewhere we can discuss this?
Of course. Follow me through.
I'll give you a clue. I'm in homicide. They're all dead.
Swap your
But
feet as you come in, detective.
at least you don't have to buy them a drink. Right, let's interview the old bag then. No? Do we have to interview her, or can we look around? I didn't hear what he asked her. I was too busy making jokes, references to having sex with corpses. I don't know. Is there somewhere we can discuss this? Okay. So we do have to talk to her first, I think.
Mrs. Maldonado was found dead this morning.
Dead? Oh, no. She can't be.
I'm afraid she was murdered, ma'am.
Really?
We need to take a look at her things.
I can't believe it. A person seems so alive. And then they're gone.
It's all been rebuilt now, Jess.
Antonia's room is upstairs. Last door on the left.
Thank you. We'll be back shortly.
Yeah, don't you go anywhere, you old bag. We'll be back. And if I find anything wrong, I'll chuck you in that fucking fire. Right. Let's go upstairs. Okay, so we're looking at Maldonado's room, which I think... Did she say it was room 5? Well, he's standing there, and there's a gold doorknob, so yes, it was number 5. Right, here we go.
Look at that. Someone's turned the place over.
Certainly have, but she had a bottle of whiskey on the side. I love all these people. I'd have fit right in the 40s. All this whiskey lying
Smashed
around.
windows.
Sweetheart,
The
enough.
place looks tossed.
Okay, and there's an iron picket outside. I need to go out and pick that up.
You know how I feel about Windows, Phelps.
Oh, it did it automatically. Okay. So let's have a look at it. That is from a fence. By the looks
So
of it.
someone broke in using this thing instead of a crowbar. Wonder where it was taken from.
Oh yeah, just put the evidence back down, don't bother collecting it. Right, okay. So let's have a look. See what's in the suitcase. Check her underwear. I'm gonna. Alistair's already got dibs on that. Okay, so let's see. Your petition to the Superior Court of the State has been accepted, and court date blah blah blah. I'm told your husband and will be resigned blah blah blah, and it's been served to the official parents. Okay. Okay, so she was running away from an abusive husband by the looks of it. Weed just makes me feel ill half the time. I've had much stronger stuff and never had the same effect as I do with that. Right. So let's have a look.
The charm bracelet wasn't among the crime scene evidence.
She might not have it, she might have sold it. Oh, that old bag downstairs has nicked it. You know what these old bitches are like. Right, give it up, you old bag.
We have some questions, ma'am, if you're up to it.
Yes, detective.
Classic OJ, yeah. Gloves are too small. Right, possible suspects.
Do you have any idea who might have wanted to hurt
Oh, she'll have
Mrs.
a
Maldonado?
massive one.
That rat of her husband, Angel. She was serving him divorce papers.
If I killed every wife that served me papers, I'd be a mass murderer.
Are you being flippant, young man?
No, ma'am.
Oh, the cat's taking a nice big piss in front of me. It's nice and clear, sweetheart. That's good news. So, I think she's telling the truth.
What can you tell us about Angel Maldonado?
Good girl.
She married him when she was 17. He was cruel to her, very cruel. She was a good girl, little on the religious side, but a good girl.
She does look a bit vampire-ish, doesn't she? Movements of victim.
What time did Antonia go out yesterday?
She left around 9.
Do you know where she went?
No, the cat's pissing in its tray next to it. It's been ill, my cat, so but she's getting better now by the looks of it. But I think she's peeing just to let me know that she's doing well, so that I give her something, because she's on a diet at the moment. Cats don't like diets. Okay.
No, I have no idea.
Oh, I think she did
was
it.
a good girl, but she didn't confide in me.
She looks like that COVID-19 guy. Now, she was saying there, I'm just going to look at the thing because I missed it a little bit, but what can you tell us? She's married him when she was 17. He was cruel to her, so that's all true, very cruel. She's got to go a little on the side, but go. Well, that's good, isn't it? What time did Antonia go out yesterday? She left around 9. Do you know where she went? No, I have no idea. She was a good girl, but she didn't confide in me. But this is an old bag, so she'll... and she's looking a bit shifty, so she might be trying to protect her. But these little old women, they know everything. The curtain twitchers, man.
A nosy old hag like you knows everything about the people who live under her roof. Where did she go?
I think she went to a bar. She's been drinking quite a lot lately.
This bar have a name?
El Dorado
Quite
Bar.
a lot recently.
Latino place on North Los Angeles.
That's only
Latino.
a couple of blocks from where we found
Just
the
to be careful, you might find Jess in there having a beer. Jess will be in there drinking Colt 45, won't you, Jess? We know it. And doing shots of tequila. Evidence of break-in, right?
Had a break-in?
No, that can't be true.
Hang on. She knows there's a break-in.
You're being economical with the truth, Mrs. Lepenti. What do you have to hide?
I have no idea what you are talking about.
She might take the bracelet. It's a broken window.
So Antonia lost her keys and used an iron bar to jimmy the back window?
I heard a noise in the early hours of the morning. I thought it might be a raccoon at the milk bottles. It'd be very bad for business if this news got out. I have a reputation to protect.
Antonia and her husband were estranged?
Yes. She moved here after she separated from her husband 2 months ago.
But Antonia still wore a wedding ring?
She wore the wedding ring and a necklace. She always wore a religious necklace. That's about all of her jewelry.
You thieving old bat. The look of the smirk on her face. You fucking lying old bag.
In her wedding photo, she's displaying a charm bracelet.
Yeah.
That thing? She never wore
that
it.
old thing?
He gave it to her. She always kept it in that wooden jewelry box.
Thanks, ma'am. You've been very helpful.
Pay a call to that husband of hers. Lock him up and throw away the key.
Can't stand. Hang on, where did that come from, Gavin? You can't stand why.
Seeing as the finger's pointing right at him. Or we could check out the El Dorado bar.
We're gonna go to the El Dorado bar, I think. You can't stand wine, Gavin. The thing is with wine, it has to be good stuff. It really does. If it's not good, it's terrible. So I've just bought a really good bottle of wine the other day. I'm not a huge wine drinker, but I did buy a really good bottle the other day. Cheap from Lidl, of all places. Can you believe it? Lidl sell good wine. I thought about buying 2 bottles and saving one. So right, we're going to where are we going to? We're going to the El Dorado bar or something, aren't we? Yes, El Dorado.
Can you drive to this one?
You can drive because I'm pissed. Oh, when did Dave talk about wine? Ah, Jess will be on the wine, yeah, okay, sorry, yeah.
With the ex-wife's line.
Sometimes you have to be firm to get the information.
Do you have a problem with heartburn, Gavin? Very... I always give good tips in my streams, you know me. I'm like Trump. I give the best tips ever in streams. If you suffer from heartburn badly with stuff like that, get yourself a little bit of bicarbonate of soda. Just put a teaspoon in some water, in a little bit of water. Drink it. It tastes a bit disgusting, but it sorts heartburn out like that. I can't click my fingers. I haven't got that ability, but it does sorts it out like
God
that.
damn it, ain't that the truth?
The thing is with wine, yeah, you need to have a bit of heavy food to soak it up, soak up the booze. No, I can't do it. Never have been able to. Even when somebody shows me how to do it, my fingers just don't seem to make the sound.
What can I get you? LAPD. Detectives Phelps and Galloway.
Diego Aguilar.
You couldn't hear any of my advice. Because if you get heartburn, you have a little bit of bicarbonate of soda and water, and it finishes it immediately. Like it's an instant fix.
How can I help?
You worked the bar last night?
Yeah, me and a temp guy from the agency.
Did you have a woman in here last night? 21 years old, Hispanic, drinking heavily?
We have a lot of ladies like that in here. But yeah, I know who you mean. Antonia Maldonado.
Antonio Maldonado.
She was murdered last night.
It sounds like that's Sophia Viagra.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Do you know her
shit.
well? Was she a regular?
Hell no. She was good and tight last night, complaining about her old man. It's a story you get used to working in a bar. She was so hammered last night, she left a letter on the bar.
Oh, did she?
I'll show you.
Yes, please.
Say, honey, what time did you get off the table?
See, I told you Jess was here.
Sam is taking me to Palm Springs for the weekend.
It's going to Palm Springs for the weekend.
So, how's your twin fixed out? Where's that
Divorce papers. Did you open them?
No need to. She was...
Hang on a second. Are those based off true 40s case? It's based around, I mean, obviously they're made up, but they're based around the Black Dahlia murders by the looks of it. One's too dependent on good weather. It is, yeah. But if you know anybody who knows wine and they tell you the good years for the different areas, you can pick up some pretty good ones. Apple cider vinegar. Huh? Might try that one. Wine in the box always consistent. I might have to think of that one. Let's go. I've heard it before, actually. Apple cider vinegar. Okay.
Shouting about it and waving the letter around. Said she was going to show him.
Actually, there's a place in Spain called Priorat where they make pretty consistently good wine. The weather very rarely changes. Okay, so it's just her getting divorced. So that's why she was in there celebrating, that's why she was hammered. Right, let's have a look. So, missing jewellery.
Can you remember what jewelry she was wearing?
She had a necklace. Some kind of religious thing, I think. The temp guy would have more of an idea. She took the beer he served her and cried into it all night.
What time did she leave?
Can't say for sure.
Yeah, his mouth's telling me he's lying. But we've got nothing to actually charge him with because we don't know. But he was saying that she was drinking all night. But I don't think I've put that in my notebook. So I can't use that. Okay, doubt it.
Where did she go? Give me something or
Okay.
the LAPD will start getting interested in this place.
Take it easy. She wanted a cab, okay? And my phone was out of order. The closest one I knew was at the fruit market across the street, so I suggested she try there. She seemed reluctant.
Book him, guys. Book him. Take him downtown.
Did Antonia say where she was going when she left?
She said she was going to serve the papers on the husband. Said that would take the smile off his face.
Have I finished it? No. I think this is the furthest I've ever been into it. I had it for a long time. I played the first few cases. First 2 or 3, I think. And then it's just one of those games, it went to the back shelf and I never got round to it. And then I restarted it last year. Did 3 or 4 cases, I think. Can't remember. If you look back in the history of my videos, they're in there somewhere. And then came back to it today, basically. So yeah, she says you don't serve the papers on the husband. So that was take the The Big Sleep. No, I haven't. There's a movie of it though. I don't know if I've seen the movie though, but I will now because it's probably connected to this.
If you ask me, she was scared. And the drink was for Dutch courage.
There's a slight glance away there, but his eyes are now fixed, so yeah, he's telling the truth.
She attract any interest?
An extremely drunk young woman? What do you think? She managed to scare them off, though.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
No problem. Hey, get the guy, will you?
We'll do our best. One last question. What size shoe do you take, Mr. Aguilar?
Size 8?
Broad 9.
Oh.
I have wide feet.
Wide feet. That's a new one. Yeah, don't spoil it. Can you tell how big his piece is? Are we talking about from his shoes? Or his gun? Alright.
Hey, honey, what time did you get off work and table? You drove me
I know, did it? I know, did it? It's Carol fucking Baskin. Right, let's get in this car and go to the next location, which will be, if I remember right, was it Maldonado Residence? Or, yeah, that was the next one, because they just put fruit bars new. So let's go to the Maldonado Residence. Ah, shut your face. You really want to fuck with me today?
You know the way. You can drive.
You can drive, Rusty.
How about we drop in on the husband instead? See if your gut is right.
I'll take a bar over a husband every day of the week.
I've got a few wrong today, people. I'm not that observant. Well, but I do watch a lot of crime stuff, and I do get a lot of it right. I enjoy this type of thing. That's why I think it's strange that I've never played the game before. Like, more. I know I enjoyed it the first time I played it. I know I did. Yeah, we got 304. Thanks very much for the follow or whatever it was. What was it there? Oh, cripes, I've missed it again. Right, hang on a second, people. I have to go look at my video now. I'm guessing it's a follow or something, but... Baxter. Ah, thank you for the follow. Thank you very much. I have to sometimes go back and look at my video. Let's have a look. So, 304. Should have fed him to the tire. No. I still love that bit after that woman's arm's been bitten off. And he comes in to the office and he just looks around and he goes, I am never going to financially recover from this. It was my favourite line in the whole show. What a selfish prick. Right, 3 or 4 was it? Oh, that's 2.
Phelps, this could turn ugly. Forget about knocking.
Thanks very much for the follow, Baxter. I don't know why it always does the zombie thing when...
Hey, what the fuck?
Because I'm sure I picked a different one.
You're under arrest.
Oh no, Gavin. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's kicking off. There's 2 of them. Alright. Alright, boys, you want to rumble? Let's rumble. You want to rumble? Let's rumble, boys. Come on, always counter. Yeah, have some of that. Yeah. Oh, got me there. Go on, just finish him off. Have it. Oh, I love it. Kick him when he's down. Ooh, I love you. Right, okay.
Damn. You got some decent shots in there.
Shoot him. I wish you could.
Cuff these sons of bitches, Phelps.
LAPD.
Oh, Baxter's on the Twitch.
You two are under arrest.
He's on the Twitch.
Call for some backup, Finbar.
You see. Take that, eh?
Galloway, badge number 564. I need a prowl car at the apartment building 330 North Hill Street. 2 suspects need transporting to Central.
Didn't lose my hat.
Your wife has been murdered, Angel.
Antonia? Oh, God, no!
Where were you last night, Angel?
I was here with my brother the whole night, goddammit! You think I'd kill my own wife?
Join the Pistol Club. What are you trying to say?
We should get the whole place going over, then talk to the neighbors.
Right, let's have a look.
And Phelps, I don't care if you get smacked in the head. You don't call me Finbar.
Let's have a look. What have we got? Is that not something to be looked at? Looks like it should be. Get out the way, you Idiot. Oh, no, nothing worth looking at in here, apparently. Let's have a look in the dining room. Bottles of booze. People loved the booze back in the 40s. Right, what's that? Ah, now.
Just Picked Fruit Market.
So, 2 connections to the Just Picked Fruit Market. Oh!
I wonder if Angel gets all his groceries from this place.
Cavossier. Alright. Don't like Cavossier. Hong Kong flu. It's not Hong Kong flu, you'll be alright. Alright, let's have a look. Oh, there we go. The El Dorado.
The El Dorado.
But
used to be a family favorite.
Yeah, we've been there, so we're alright. Alright. Oh, blood.
This will take some explaining.
Found that by accident. Right. So.
Maybe one of the neighbors took notice of Angel's movements. He's got no alibi. He's toast.
Maybe one of the neighbors. Your hat's on the floor. See what we can get out of the neighbors.
What do you want?
LAPD.
Make it quick. I work nights.
So you weren't home last night?
No, I was at work.
You know nothing about Mrs. Maldonado fighting with her husband?
Those two? They're always screaming the place down.
Thanks.
That guy did it. The door did it. He did it. You did it. Who are you? I like that. Go talk to the one tidy tree that tied. Yeah, I do, Gavin. It would be Portrait Noir. Yeah. Hey, there's a dead body down by the riverside. I blame Lamb. Right, ho. I think we're done here. I am getting a bit inebriated though, that's the only problem, so I don't know if I've missed anything out. Right, let's go to the Just Picked Fruit Market. It's alright. Yep, Just Picked Fruit. That's the one place we haven't been, isn't it, so far? I don't have to go to a game well, which is a good job because I'd forgotten whether I had to. Let's get to the car. Get to the chopper!
You're behind the wheel.
Nothing changes, Rusty. Oh, here he comes. He forgot his hat. Let's see if the hat miraculously reappears or not.
Car 11K, Car 11 King, come in.
KTPL, 11 King, over.
11K, Captain Donnelly and Detective Sergeant Finis Brown urgently request your presence at Central. A new letter has been found.
11K, en route.
Well, we're kind of in route. We're going to the Just Pick Fruit first. No, aren't we? He did it, that policeman on the poster. He's the one.
The captain is waiting for you downstairs with Pinker.
You did it. The stairs did it. Oh, how do we get downstairs?
Donnelly or what?
Yeah, I just don't know how to get down there, mate. Out the way. Fucking wasted space. Ah, down the stairs. Alright, love. She did it.
This is no battle of wits.
You did it, didn't you? You did it.
Pick on an unarmed man.
Where's my
Top of
gun?
my class
I
back
told you
east.
to get out the
Now
way.
I'm waiting tables.
Oh, this bloody joystick's hurting my fingers. It's like got little razor blade edges now that the cat knocked it on the floor.
Boys, come on in. Phelps, have you met Finis Brown?
Pleased to meet you, sir.
This information is confidential and doesn't leave this room.
The new letter was left in the back seat of a cab. The driver thinks it was put through the window and not left by a customer.
We're checking all the spares back 24 hours regardless.
Good.
Like the previous letters, it's been assembled from headlines and type from the Times and Examiner.
Killer Hornets. Can Hornets kill? I always thought like check please. I always thought Hornets were the soft ones. Aren't they? It's the news, Jess. They make loads of stuff up. You've already got killer bees in Los Angeles anyway, I think. And you've got cougars. And I'm not talking about the nice ones, I'm talking about the wild ones.
What is the other note?
This one? That's also new. A poem, hand-typed.
Do you mind if I take a look?
Go ahead. You've been over both documents pretty carefully. They've been wiped with gasoline, so there's no chance of prints.
I've changed my mind.
From the Celine Henry case.
You would not give a square deal for QBD text. Strange. Heap upon thy soul by virtue of this curse. Ah, he's reading it. Ill deeds, then be thou damned. Beholding good, both infinite as is the universe, and thou and thyself tortured in solitude, no knowledge can power. Though now thou sittest, let the hour come when thou must appear to be that which thou art internally. Yeah, it doesn't really. It's just a lot.
That's why we called you in.
You think it's original?
Not unless he's a genius.
A genius?
You like this nut job's poem?
No, I like Shelley. It was written at least 100 years ago.
Shelley. Sure, I knew that.
You see, Finnis? I told you this lad was a bright boy.
Sure, but what has it got to do with the case?
Prometheus Unbound. Prometheus was a titan, a superhuman character who defied the gods to bring fire to humanity.
The Dahlia guy believes he's Superman.
Yeah, I was reading about that actually earlier today. That's really strange. Because the movie Prometheus is connected to that story as well. It's really strange that I mean it was literally in the break between these two things. I was watching a thing about Alien. Mental. Let's have a look. They're on the left course with all you sinner. Japanese hornets and deadly. Really? These things are 2 inch. Murder hornet. I'm gonna look at. This guy's like in love. Hornets fish. No, it won't let you customize your genitals. Get lost.
Your guess is
Yeah.
as good as mine. One thing for sure is that he's educated. What about the link to the Henry case?
He could have got the wording from the papers. As you said, he is fiendishly clever and takes pleasure in taunting us. What's happening with the Maldonado case?
We have the husband in custody. We haven't interviewed him yet.
Well, upstairs then, lads, and see if we can break him.
But it can't be a husband. This is the thing. This is not about.
I used to be indecisive. Now I'm not so sure.
I used to be indecisive, now I'm not so sure. I love those lines.
Now I'm waiting tables. He's a waste of the police force.
Is it just this police station full of people speaking to themselves?
I want to make homicide. I mean, you know you
Improved
made
your
it. You got
attitude,
that.
Angel?
What do you want me to say? I was with Antonia the night she died, but she left the apartment, and that was the last time I saw her.
Right, okay, let's see. Last contact with victim.
So your wife paid you a visit last night. What time was that?
Late, around midnight, maybe? She didn't stay long.
You're lying, Angel. You went after her. I think you killed her.
You're out of your mind. My brother will tell you I was at home.
don't... I thought there was something...
Looks like I made a mistake.
Oh, crap. Doubt, maybe?
So if you didn't kill your wife, who did? You better come up with something, Angel. This doesn't look good.
Fuck you. I loved my wife.
You're good, kid. You murder your wife and you just sit there as cool as a cucumber.
What about the
When
jewelry?
we found your wife, her jewelry had been removed. Was she wearing her religious medallion last night?
Sure. She always wore that.
Oh, this is a hard one. He's got his arms crossed and he's licking his lips, but he is keeping eye contact. Well, I think it's the truth.
What about the charm bracelet? Was she wearing that?
You know about that?
The charm bracelet. Oh,
She
yeah.
never wore it. She didn't like the message. She kept it locked up in that box of hers.
Alright. Divorce
You and your
proceedings.
wife weren't getting along. She was divorcing you. Is that why you killed her?
We fought, yeah, but we weren't getting a divorce.
Well, I've got the papers, mate. So I
I
know
don't
that's a
believe you,
lie.
Angel. She'd been granted a decree nisi. She pushed you too far and you lashed out.
I told you. I wouldn't accept a divorce.
A decree nisi. Right, where is it? Divorce papers.
The judge had set a date. You were going to be paraded in front of the whole city for your cruelty to her, Angel.
Antonia.
Yeah, I think so. Isn't it so the noise can't get out?
She came in drunk, out of her mind. She doesn't normally drink. She was looking around in her bag. Said she wanted to serve me papers. Me, her own husband. So I slapped her down. She ran out. That's the truth.
What size shoe do you wear, Angel?
Size 8. What difference does that make?
Oh dear, not another size 8.
Your wife has been brutally murdered. So how do you explain your shirt being covered in blood?
You found that? I cut myself shaving.
Hashtag doubt. Mind you, his eyes are really... His eyes are really fixed on me. But cut yourself shaving, it's like the age-old thing.
Angel, I'm not going to waste any more time on this. Give me something or I'm going to have you charged.
My brother, Ippolito. He said some bad things about Antonia last night. So I had to sock him one. We got into it.
Keep talking.
She said she came from the El Dorado bar.
And?
It's not one of my places. We used to buy fruit at the market down the street. But the creep there was always running his eyes all over my wife.
What's the name of this fruit market?
Just picked fruit. Ord Street downtown.
There you go. Just picked fruit
One
third
last
time.
question, Angel. Do the words kiss the blood mean anything to you?
No.
Oh, my back's killing me now.
Sick to me.
You're not in the clear by any means, Angel. You're going back into a cell. You should think about whether you have anything else you need to share with us.
The intuition points don't really help because it only took away the one that I knew. Wasn't wrong. Right, let's go to just pick fruit. I thought I'd be finished by now. I've got work soon. Right. It's a longer case, this one, than the last one.
I want to make comments.
Right, let's, you drive.
You can drive. Another letter? I thought the letter
So,
was
hey,
from
what would
another...
you expect from... Some of these, I'm sure some of these messages are appearing late.
They are genuine.
What are you trying to say about the police department in LA? Mind you, they are crooked as fuck. I think that old lady, Barbara, dropped that fire pot.
Black Dahlia guy. You seen the body? Fucking case just an observation. Every prom
Customize your genitals.
fucking hick town in America
Well,
turns up
that'll
here.
be interesting.
Where do they end up? Gutted on the fucking sidewalk.
I'll have a look at it. Well, tomorrow morning over coffee. Coffee and genitalia. Nice. Oh shit! What was that? I'm getting messages on my.
The new RPG style is going to be introduced in Assassin's
Oops.
Creed Valhalla.
Oh. Dodgy bastards. Well, that's not me paying
Handbag
it. It's
was
alright.
just up there.
Right.
We're looking to market.
So here we are. So
Could've
it's
come
a
here
fruit
from the
market.
start, saved
So it looks
ourselves a
alright.
day's
It looks
legend.
looks legit. If not a little high, the ceilings and stuff.
LAPD, Detective Phelps and Galloway.
Clem Feeney, what can I do for you?
Did you happen to see a young woman last night? 21 years old, Hispanic?
Sure, she came by last night. Why do you ask?
No, it's I think, is it October they pushed it back to? Can't remember. I don't think it's as late as 2021. I think that's FDev thinking of.
She was wearing a necklace?
I didn't notice.
You weren't paying attention, Feeney?
Hey, you're getting the wrong idea.
No, but he said you liked her, and your eyes are a bit
Exactly
shifty.
how much fruit do you sell here after midnight, Clem?
Two
look,
big
not much.
melons.
I sell the odd bottle on the side to the after-hours crowd.
Ah,
Well, I don't
okay.
want any trouble. I'm just trying to make a buck.
The after-hours crowd. I love that term.
The young lady arrived around midnight?
Yeah, something like that. Used the phone for a cab and then left.
Shifty.
You already knew Mrs. Maldonado, didn't you, Clem?
Sure, I met her before. She seemed like a nice lady. Her husband went apeshit one day when he caught me talking to her. She hadn't been back until last night.
Where did she go from here?
She wanted a cab, but I couldn't get her one. I was about to offer to drive her, but a car pulled up and she got into that.
He's holding my stare, so yep.
Can you describe the car?
Brown Ford Coupe, I think. She seemed to know the guy.
Do you mind if we look around?
Why would you want to do that?
Because we say so.
I guess you can. Hey, don't you have to get a court order or something? I have rights.
Clem?
Shh. What the hell are we looking around? I mean, the shop's massive. We've got flowers, fruit. I'm guessing there's a light on this door, so. And the handles to get away. Let's kick it in.
No wonder he stays open late at night. People have to get their vitamins. Check through this stuff before we get back out there.
I got a call back for that universal chorus line.
Why cut someone who was already dead?
It's a typical power thing. Once the stiff is dead, the creep usually feels they can do whatever
Yeah,
they
but
like.
the scalpel doesn't
Like
make
we've seen
sense,
in
does it?
war.
You wouldn't cut somebody up and then leave it on the table. Right. Right. Sorry, people. I'm getting a little bit tired here.
So what are we hiding in here? This thing needs a combination.
You remember this on the piece of paper? 253, I think it was. Let's have a look. Not in the log, it's in my book. 253, if I remember rightly. God, this has been a long one, but dot pattern note. 253. Okay. Close that up. So we want to turn it to. Okay. I want to turn that one. 5, okay, and then 3. Actually, I should have gone the other way because 3 was there, wasn't it? There we go. Oh, charm bracelet and charms. Oh, never mind. You're so in the shit now, Sonny J. Something's too perfect about this, though.
This fruit stall punk gets about 10 seconds to explain before I pull his fucking arms off.
Clem! Oh, he's running. Gavin said he would. Oh, he's getting in the car. No, I hate cars. I end up running down pedestrians.
God damn it, get after him.
Oh, shite on a stick. He's been drinking again.
I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
Right, here we go. Nearly ran those two blokes.
When we had the chance, Belt.
When we had the chance, we didn't know he was our guy.
Oh, shite, he's on the grass.
Strange that he'd leave a trail of blood right back to his own market.
Maybe he wanted to be caught. A lot of them do.
It's almost too perfect, isn't it?
There's no such thing as too perfect.
This game tries to make you hit people.
You gotta get me closer.
Ah, you buggerlugs, yeah. Oh, I thought that was his car there, the red one.
Hit it. Clean this asshole off the road. Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tires.
That is going to be a good playthrough. And probably something that might get banned on YouTube. We'll have to see. I didn't even click on the video. No, I'm gonna make a really small one and a huge sack. Just goes down to the foot. Jesus. Oh no, that's what Jess is saying as well. Yeah, fine, hold on. Okay. Yeah, you want a tiny micro dick and then ball sack down to the ankles, tucked into the sock.
Outstanding job on this case, gentlemen. The poor woman can now rest in peace. I'll pay the fiend a personal visit myself and remind him that crime in this city does not go unpunished. When they finish with him at the receiving hospital, we'll have him up before the grand jury. I have a meeting this afternoon with the mayor, lads. I'll be sure to mention your names. Now, on your way.
That'd be me. Might as well. Right, let's see how well we did in that one. Oh, we missed a clue. Valorous though. Back to 5 stars, which is good. And the old lady got away, that old bitch. Right, children, I am going to pause it there. I'm going to have to call it a night, I'm afraid, because I've got work in the morning, and normally I don't stream the nights I'm gonna work, but I thought I'd make a change today. I've really enjoyed it. I hope everybody else has enjoyed it. Thanking Alizgar once again for his donation earlier. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Yeah, it's terrible work. I'm a teacher, so yeah, kind of got to do it. So yeah, this has been a retro stream of some type. So but it's been enjoyable. I might stream again on Friday or Saturday. I think will probably be the next day, and it's probably going to be non-elite dangerous as well, I think. So thank you all for joining in. It's been an absolute pleasure as usual, and until next time, I'll see you in say 9/7. Have a good night, or good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening.